Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. This is the Oracle. Yeah. I'm trying to get in this music video I'm doing. I'm going to put some books in the chat. We got Contract Law for Dummies. Boom. Because this is Build My Business class. You already know I'm not a licensed attorney or tax expert. I do this for educational and informational purposes only. Find this information of value, you know what to do. Leave a donation, donkilam.com/donate, or go to malikkalam.com and choose the donate option. We do accept Bitcoin and crypto wallets. Contract Law for Dummies. Business Trust Manual. 96-page Business Trust Manual. Exchanging assets into a trust. Listen, you're getting all this from me right now for being in the Build My Business class. Some of y'all only paid $10. Some of y'all paid $100. You gotta get it when the getting's good. More information on business trust. And then the UCC trade line process. So once you get your business started, you need to understand how to create contracts. I'm giving you all knowledge. All knowledge. Everybody out there that's following along that has not signed up for this class, you can sign up at malikkalam.com. Build My Business. So, the document we're going over first. We're not going to go over the Contract Law for Dummies. You study that on your own. That's just for you. Last week I gave y'all another book. I can't remember which one it was. Which one was it? Let me look at it. Let me see. It was another book. I think I gave it to you on Monday. Starting an online business for dummies. That's what I gave you last week or Monday. Now I gave you Contract Law for Dummies. Everybody says thanks. Make sure you get your read on. I'm not sure which one we're gonna go over first. And everybody out there, you want to get access to these ebooks? Sign up with 50 Shades of Green on malikkalam.com. I'll make sure you get access to some ebooks. Alright? Now, we're going to start with the Unincorporated Business Trust right here. It's only 9 pages. We're going to start with this document. Before we get started, does anybody got any questions over anything we went over? I've done my best to show you how easy it is to restore your personal credit, build your personal credit, and then transfer it over to your business. That's been my main objective starting off, to show you how easy it is to wipe everything off your credit. I don't care if it's past accounts, late payments, bankruptcies, whatever it may be. You can wipe all of this off your personal credit. Anybody have any questions? Then you start building your business credit. Anybody in the class have any questions? All right. So, everybody out there that's in my class, I see people are just now joining, so I'm going to put the books back in the chat. So, everybody out there that's in my class, you should be on the way of restoring your personal credit and building your business credit. That's my understanding. Now, Importance of an unincorporated business trust. An unincorporated business trust, or UBOT, is an organization created and managed by the trustees for the benefit and profit of beneficiaries who hold or may acquire transferable trust certificates. Trust certificates provide individual holders evidence of interest in the trust estate, the assets or the incomes. Now, with this being said, when you're learning about corporations, see, with LLCs is a little bit different. You're given percentages. Now, with corporations, you're given shares. With trust, you're given trust certificate units or beneficial interest. You can either control it or, it's kind of like an L and a bay. You're governing it or you're controlling it. The trustees govern, and the beneficiaries kind of control, or the grantor kind of controls, depends on what type of trust that's set up. A powerful entity by which individuals may combine their resources to operate a business for profit without the inherent liabilities of a partnership or the double taxation of corporations. A UBOT can preserve privacy, protect assets against judgments and lawsuits. And like in some of my meetings, this is what we was talking about in our mastermind meetings. A trust is to protect the interests of people. It's private information. So when you're going to banks, you don't give them all these documents. You're giving them the trust indenture or the trust declaration. You're not giving them the whole trust because this information is supposed to be private. They're not supposed to know the parties involved. This is why you have a trustee. A trustee. The trustee is keeping your secrets. Often called a common law trust, but this phrase is not descriptive of any of the particular characteristics of such organizations. The basis for the terminology common law trust is that they are created under the common law contract. It does not depend upon any statute for its existence. See the United States Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, Clause 1. Brought into being by two basic documents, a declaration of trust, like I said, a trust declaration, and a trust indenture. These two documents make all the provisions of who is who and who is responsible for what relative to the trust activities. A UBOT is a great way to avoid tax liabilities of a trust or trust transactions until money or assets are distributed to the beneficiary. And then the next step outside of the international foreign trust. All right? I'm getting y'all started. I'm getting your feet wet from learning what LLCs are and corporations, and then really just dibbling and dabbling what trust is. Now, if you want to become a private member and get into detail with this, you want to go to Kilam.com. No, Kilam.com now. There's somebody in the chat. It says fire. So it's a great way to avoid tax liabilities of a business. Now, a lot of people can't grasp their mind around trust for some reason. So, with that being said, I'm going to show you another way. It's called holding companies. And you start your holding company in one of these charging order protection states. There's a certain number of states. Just look up, there's the main states right there. Only 5 states provide charging order protection to single-member LLCs, and that's going to be Alaska, South Dakota, Nevada, Wyoming, and Delaware. Alaska, South Dakota, Nevada, Delaware, and Wyoming. And it allows you to remain anonymous, kind of like a trust, just like a trust would. Just like a trust would. Since the trust indenture is a contract between the creator and the trustee, the indenture controls the activities, powers, and responsibilities of those who administer the trust. No one has legal authority to change its provisions except those authorized by the indenture. So, the guarantor is the creator of the business trust. They establish and bring it into existence, and this can be an entity. This can be an LLC. this can be a corporation. Corporations and trusts are both, this can even be another trust. They act as people and persons. They have all the rights as people and persons, except they cannot vote. Now, the trust is created by the guarantor and the creator, and this creates the trust, indenture, and the declaration of trust, which is put forth on the private side. On the public side. This is what the trustees get to see. This is what the exchangers, which we usually take to a bank, and the bank is our exchanger. The banker is always the exchanger. And the exchangers who issue certificates from the trust. So if you're at a bank, they're going to issue their FRNs, or Federal Reserve notes, or red lines of credit. Then the beneficiaries also hold trust certificates. The beneficiaries, their role, the trust is always set up for the benefit of the beneficiaries. So the beneficiaries are benefiting from the trust operations. So if it's an LLC that's the beneficiaries, then so like with a mortgage and a pass-through trust, the investors are the beneficiaries of the pass-through trust. So when the money goes to the trust pays out the beneficiaries, which is usually the investors. Now, parties and the roles in the UBOT, the business trust. How many people at the minimum do I need to create a trust, and what are their roles? The creator, the person by whom a grant is made, a transfer of the property. The creator of a trust is usually designated as the grantor of the trust. The trustees. A person or one of a group of persons appointed to manage the affairs of an individual, institution, business, etc. A person who holds property in trust for another. Beneficiaries. One who benefits from the act of another. One for whose benefit a trust exists. A person who receives or is named to receive money or property from a trust. So, if you go into a store, you go into Walmart, you give them your trust certificate units, your FRNs, because those are the only units that are recognizable, okay? Or you give them your lines of credit from your credit card, okay? From your personal estate or your personal trust, okay? Or your business account, wherever it may be, right? Wherever the funds are coming from. Walmart or wherever store you're in, they're benefiting from your labor at that point in time. They're benefiting from your exchange, okay? You're the exchanger at that point in time. A lot of people don't understand that you're already your own private bank. You're already your own private business. You just don't know how to do the bookkeeping. Now, the exchanger. An exchanger is whenever you or another party wants to transfer any property into the trust organization in exchange for certificates, you take on the role of an exchanger. So like I said, you give them the funds, they give you property. You know, you're getting merchandise back at the store. So an exchange has been made, and now that property has been placed into your estate or your trust. And that's what's going on. Everything is considered in the world contract law and trust law right now. And I hope this makes sense. Contract law and trust law, everything. Listen, everything on the record, on the private side, which you don't know, has a guarantor, has a trustee, has a beneficiary, and an exchanger. This is why they have board meetings. This is why they have trust meetings. This is why when you go to a bank, it's such and such trust. Okay. Now you're just contracting with the trust. Now you've signed over all your rights. That's that private knowledge. Now, what are the benefits and drawbacks of a business trust? The benefits of a business trust are privacy, limited liability, not subject to probate, which probate means it steps outside the realms of court. I'll say it again, it steps outside the realms of court. Probate means court, so it's not subject to any court actions. There's no state or inheritance taxes. This is for educational and informational purposes only. You want to run this by your attorney, all right? So it minimizes and avoids income taxes. It maximizes depreciation. It reduces capital gains tax. And it's a separate investment program. Like I said, I was talking about the MBSs, the mortgage-backed securities, that utilize pass-through trust. The drawbacks of a UBOT are when you create a irrevocable trust, which trusts to all the opposite benefits stated above. Property put into an irrevocable trust is just that, irrevocable, no takebacks. The benefits outweigh any drawbacks to establishing a business trust. Now, 9 aspects of the UBOT, the Unincorporated Trust. A UBOT is formed by contract between the parties, setting forth the purpose, terms, and conditions. A UBOT is a legal entity and an artificial individual with rights almost equal to a natural person, able to own property and conduct business like a natural person. It is irrevocable and no one has any revisionaries or rights to its assets. So once it's irrevocable, that means there's no judge in the world that can revoke it. The UBOT's assets are owned and its business activities managed by the trustees who accept such responsibility as fiduciaries on behalf of the beneficiaries. The beneficial interests are divided into capital units, evidenced by the issuance of trust certificates conveying to the holder the limited rights to receive the prorate share of any distributions of income or assets that may be made to the trustee or trustees. The capital units are personal property which conveys neither legal title to the property nor any voice in the management of the business or the selection of trustees. A UBOT is subject to taxation on its distributable net income. The beneficiaries are only taxed on what they receive. The assets of a UBOT are never subject to probate or estate tax because of an artificial person. It never dies. The capital units become void upon the death of the holder and thus have no value to be subject to estate tax or probate. The life of a UBOT can be extended as deemed advisable or terminated at any time by the trustees in accordance with the trust indenture, which is the contract. And it goes over statutes and constitutional trust. So check that out. Check that out on your own, okay? Now, I gave you 46 pages of how to transfer assets into a true pure irrevocable trust. You got to understand, when you're dealing with a business trust, it has to be a pure irrevocable trust. Okay? An irrevocable trust, pure irrevocable trust. So, I'm gonna break. I hope this makes sense because we went over the business trust a little bit, and we might just dig deep into this Monday and Tuesday. We might just do the business trust on Monday and Tuesday. I'll give y'all 2 hours just to this, and because I got a class anyways. Y'all better make sure y'all sign up for the business trust class March 14th on MalikKilam.com. It costs $50, and I got a thick book, business book, breaking down the ins and outs of business trust. All right. Now, you need to understand, when you convey property, it's called conveying property. This is the exchange procedure. Whether you have FRNs, which is Federal Reserve notes, or money, that's considered property, and you put that in the trust. All right. For conveying property into the trust in exchange for beneficial interest certificates, when you or another party wants to transfer property into the trust organization in exchange for beneficial interest certificates, you take on the role of exchanger, who will do the following. The exchanger will submit a written proposal to the managing director or to the board of trustees regarding the property you would like to transfer into the unincorporated business organization, also known as a common law trust, in exchange for a specified number of beneficial interest certificates. The board of trustees then evaluate your proposal and either accept it as submitted, agreeing to the requested number of shares, etc., or the board requests more information or make a counter proposal subject to certain conditions, etc. The managing director, if submitting such a proposal, shall always get the board's approval for final acceptance of the proposal. Just like a loan. When you go get a loan from somebody, you're getting a loan against your own trust. And a lot of people don't understand this, man. This is that private information. This is the stuff in April that I'm going to stop talking about. All right? I'm just going strictly commercial. All right? Now, upon agreement of the potential exchanger and the board of trustees, the exchanger transfers the property to the trust organization and receives beneficial interest certificates. If property is real estate, a quit claim deed valid in most states and preferable, or a grant or warranty deed is applicable. The exchanger deeds the property as follows. The such and such trust, they put is created on what date, and whoever the trustee is. If personal property, create a simple exchange agreement, which is also called a bill of sale, and vest the property in the name of the trust, same as the real estate vesting above. A transfer of a sole proprietorship is a transfer of personal property. So you can. So look, and I'm jumping back to the private side real quick. The best way I can show status correction is showing that your name's already a business. You operate on the affairs, turn it into a sole proprietorship. Your name is already a sole proprietorship. You put that in your trust. You own it. You make it a business, you own it. Now, when recording the real estate grant deed or quit claim deed, you will be asked to file a preliminary change of ownership report for the county assessor's use. You state that you have placed your property in trust for your own benefit for estate planning purposes and have retained beneficial interest. Therefore, the property will not be considered a sale and not subject to reappraisal by the county assessor. All property exchanged or conveyed into the trust must be entered on a Schedule A or on an at a minimum to Schedule A. Now, if it's your business, you're going to want to put it on the Schedule B. There's a simple promissory note for you. Yeah, this is all included for you. Examples and how to record it with the county deeds office. There's the grant deed. There's a mortgage. You can create your own mortgage between your name and your holding company. This is how I show you on the private side. The holding company is going to put an interest in on it. You have a loan with your holding company, and then you have a bill of sale with the holding company, and you're just the operator. Bill of sale for business assets. And you can sell this right into a trust. There's a proposal. Because if you ever get audited, you're going to need these documents. These are the documents you're going to need. There's also a document if you want independent contractors to work for your corporation, your trust corporation. I'm giving you all this, man. I'm giving you all this sauce. There's agreements for your trust. More supporting information. Gotta have a bookkeeper when dealing with the trust. Gotta have a bookkeeper. You know, and then there's a list of why this trust works. List of research. Now, I do want to go over this a little bit today. Well, we're going to do this Monday and Tuesday. We're going to go over the actual business trust Monday and Tuesday because it's a lot. It's 98 pages. So I'm going to end today. I know today was kind of quick, all right? So this is the free business trust. Look them up yourself, man. I ain't going back over that shit, man. Look that shit up, man. That's what document it is. It's fucking half hour in a class. So look, we're going over the UCC trade line process. I'm going to put this in with your business. No, I would not. I wouldn't. You can do what you want, though. But I would not make Edward Jones my trustee of anything. I deal with people. Now, this is private information. This is very private information. But I know I got some of y'all around here that's been following along down Kilam for a minute, and I know y'all going to get this. This is what's going to boost your credit report when having your own business. This is what's going to boost your credit report for when you have your own business. Okay, this is the UCC trade line process. Everybody out there, if you want this document, the UCC trade line process, make sure you leave a $20 donation at MalikKalam.com and just shoot me a text. Screenshot showing me you left the donation. What you're about to learn is one of the big secrets that some well-known credit gurus use to build their customers' credit. The purpose of this information is to show you how to add personal loans and leases to your personal credit report, or business loans and business leases. All right. The method you will learn is the same technique that banks, auto dealers, and property managers use. We will be using the Uniform Commercial Code to place trade references on your report. Article 9 of the Commercial Code deals with secured transactions. Any loan, lease, rental, or purchase where collateral is used to secure terms. Credit bureaus are connected to a public filing database that updates every 24 to 72 hours. They automatically receive all liens and bankruptcy information after it is filed at the county, state, or federal level. A Ucc Finance Statement is a form of public filing. It is filed with your local county registrar's office. Credit bureaus check public records as a part of their investigation. Reporting these public records has an effect on the credit rating of your personal credit. By the way, it can be also used for improving business credit. Now, they're utilizing the story right here. So check this out. This is if you want to use a personal loan. A friend of mine came to me and asked if he could borrow some money. He only needed $10,000. I knew he was good for it, so I agreed under one condition. We agreed that I will follow Ucc-1 and will need to show some collateral to secure the loan. Ucc is a financing statement that tells the public that collateral is held between parties for an agreement between the parties. In this case, the agreement is a $10,000 loan, which will be put on paper, of course. And the collateral will be made public knowledge using Ucc filings that will be referencing the agreement. The agreement will also be filed publicly. My friend agreed to use a four-wheeler, some computer equipment, and an old banged-up car as collateral. He said he can only need the loan for 90 days, so I decided not to charge interest. We agreed that he would pay me $3,333.33 a month for 3 months. A piece of collateral will be released after each payment. We also decide on what order the collateral will be released. First the computer equipment, then the four-wheeler, finally the car. This is very important, and we will explain later. After we finished hashing out the details, I wrote out everything on a piece of paper. This paper agreement also listed the collateral used, making it a security agreement. I told him that he could keep the possessions of the collateral at his home, but I would need the serial numbers off everything. We then went to a local notary to get the promissory note witnessed and signed. I gave him the money, and he was on his way. It is now left up to me to fill out a Ucc-1 financing statement for the agreement that we signed. A simple promissory note, a form of agreement, can be purchased from Staples or anywhere. I use apps, okay? Or you can just write one out. Before I file a Ucc-1, I must go to the local court and have the original agreement registered with the county. This will be your local county registrar's office. Some counties give you a hard time when trying to register a promissory note if it does not involve real estate, like a lease. If this is your case, simply file the notary agreement along with the Ucc-1. I found it that is easier at the state level. File the agreement creates a file number that can be referenced on the Ucc-1. The aim is to file both the agreement and the Ucc-1 form. Now, any investigating credit bureau will find a Ucc filing against the individual corporation for business credit. As they look further into it, they will also find the agreement that the Ucc was filed for in the public records. This way, there will be a complete picture of what the Ucc was about. Remember, the Ucc does not have details of the agreement, and hence credit bureaus would want to look further when they find the Ucc in the public records. Bureaus want a complete picture of the individual's financial position. For about 2 months of the initial filing, the Ucc will be amended, indicating a release on collateral as the corresponding agreement is fulfilled. So in our example, as my friend pays back the loan, each payment will result in a release in collateral. Since there are 3 total payments, there will be 2 amendments, and the third will be a termination of the Ucc. So in summary, I filed the Ucc, wait about 2 months, and then file an amendment every month for 2 months after that. Then on the 3rd month, it will be time to terminate the Ucc. Since the complete loan is paid off, this is similar to a loan from a bank being paid off. As a result, my friend's credit report will have developed a solid trade line. Here's a quick summary of the process. Two or more parties get into an agreement, make it legal by signing and notarizing it. The secured party files a Ucc-1 statement indicating the collateral being secured. The Ucc is then amended showing the collateral being released as the loan is paid off little by little, as the agreement is fulfilled little by little. Finally, the Ucc is terminated. There is a section for the Ucc on all credit reports, businesses and personal. It shows any transactions that were made by way of collateral security. By filing Ucc-1 along with a security agreement and promissory note listing the details of the transaction, you create a credit reference on your credit report. When the bureaus pick up all these public filings and finally show that the liens were clear, your credit will improve. Remember that the one that is clearing the collateral, the party that borrowed the money, will have their credit improved. In our story, it was my friend, and I will show you how. Now you have to fill in the forms. You'll need a Ucc Financing Statement. That's the form that can be obtained from the website of your county registrar's office or your Secretary of State. The main purpose of the Ucc Financing Statement, the Ucc-1, is to indicate the collateral and its description that is used to secure a separate agreement. The agreement and the Ucc Financing Statement are two separate documents, okay? The registrar's office is there to help you with the Ucc filing. They are not there to help you build your credit. You do not need an attorney to prepare these documents. Above all, keep it simple. Now, make sure you have a simple security agreement. Everybody in my class, before I move further, do you have any questions? Do you guys know? Michael Thompson says this is fire. Do you guys know what a security agreement is, or do I have to send you one? I'm sure I have to send you one. Okay. I create my own though. I don't. You need to learn how to create your own. That's what you really need to do. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't even get into this right now. And if you find this information of value, you already know what to do. Leave a donation. DonKilam.com/donate or go to MalikKilam.com. Y'all sit here and stressing out over credit bureaus and credit reports. All it is information. The reporting information. Information. You can create your own information. Just saying, man. Just saying. Create your own information. Here comes the security agreement in the chat. Boom. There you go. You need me to help you fill it out? You need all that? Become a private member. MalikKilam.com. So, boom. The difference between a simple promissory note and a security agreement is that the latter contains the detail of the collateral as well. So, the security agreement is going to detail the collateral. Some promissory notes, like there's promissory notes in that trust agreements that y'all got that I put in there. Look in the trust agreements. I'm going to see if I can find y'all another promissory letter. You got to learn how to register these. You register these with your county. Boom. Gotcha. So, I'm about to send y'all to I'm going to send y'all a few different promissory notes. Listen, man, I got the business trust class. March 14th. Sign up, MalikKilam.com. Y'all can get more depth and detail. So, I put the security agreement in the chat, and then I put a few different promissory notes. The security agreement describes the collateral. That's the difference between the promissory note and the security agreement. You want to have both. All right? You want to have both. This breaks down everything. When filing Ucc-1 on a personal level, it's a good idea to have a friend or family member extend a loan to you. Or, listen, so this is how they're saying it. I'm telling you, have your business do it. Have your business do this. You have your business. You have a business or a friend's business. You do this with your businesses, okay? They can file it in their name, you know, and then it would be you. So the Ucc Article 9 is a part of the Commercial Code. This form also applies to secure transactions between businesses as well. That will help business credit. So you can have businesses, the businesses do this shit. You can have one business do it with another business. One business do it with another business. One business do it with another business. And the list goes on. You can build business credit. Build personal credit and credit just by knowing this knowledge. Just by knowing this knowledge right here. You understand? You understand? This is, look, everybody in the class, this is $1 million worth of game right here. Listen, you can set up businesses overnight. You can set up 20 different businesses and have accounts with all of them. And then have all your businesses have accounts with all your businesses and build this credit. And build this credit. Listen, you can create your own trade lines. Do you understand? Do you understand? As long as you get this shit notarized, get it notarized, stamped, and sealed, you're all good to go. You understand? I mean, that's what I got for y'all today, man. I mean, I'm not going to go in deep detail with this, but this is what I just gave y'all less than 40 minutes of power. 40 minutes of power. We're going to go over the business trust next Monday and Tuesday. Anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Black Crane says, you dropping them gems. I'm telling you, so here's what you're going to have to do. You get your EIN free. IRS.gov. Alright? It's free. Just do a simple Google search. You don't have to pay nobody. You don't have to pay nobody, right? IRS.gov. Employee identification number. This is 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is where you're going to get your business so you can start your bank account. You can even if you want to start your trust corporation, this is what you're going to get your EIN number. So you don't have to use the social, you use your EIN number. And then you're going to want to go to your Secretary of State. Okay? Next step, Secretary of State. Create a LLC or C Corp, whatever it is you understand. Whatever state you're in. Say you're in Missouri. Create an LLC in Missouri. You're going to want to go to Missouri Secretary of State, sos.mo, wherever it is you're at. These are the 2 steps. You're going to have good documentation. Your corporation or your LLC has to be in good standing. And then you have the EIN. So this is how you start your business. Make sure you got your virtual address so it's perfect for business credit. It's already ready for business credit. You have a business address. You have a business phone number, not a Google phone number, not a Text Plus number, not a cell phone number. You have a business phone number, business address, a business email address, and then you start creating trade lines with your personal name. You can do this for friends. You can do this for family, anybody that's down with it, and see how your credit score starts to boost. I'm showing y'all how I'm living. I'm in a penthouse right now. Someone asked, so would the holding company have the 98 EIN number? I wouldn't use the 98 EIN number. I keep that private, okay? I don't use that in the public. That's just me personally. Whatever you understand, you do it. But me personally, I wouldn't use my 9/8 EIN number in the public whatsoever. I only do private business. You know, and my 9/8 I'm gonna give y'all some more sauce right now since y'all tuned in with me. The places to get your 9/8 EIN number: Switzerland, China, Saudi Arabia. I'm just saying, that's the jurisdiction they're recognizing as royalty. And that's where you want to be. You want to be where you're recognized as royalty, where you don't have no questions. They'll just give you that line of credit. They just give you that line of credit. Now, when you're dealing with business UCC-1s, you can do business UCC-1s with your 9/8 number. Yes, you can. If you're doing business to business, I wouldn't do it with your personal, just business to business, because foreign entities usually don't deal with people over here. They only deal with businesses. And then it's not like, I know people, so I'm giving y'all some more game. I know people. You got to understand, the United States is bankrupt. And the dollar's worthless to a lot of different countries. So you're going to want to start your business in another country. They're going to give you funding in that country to bring it over here to help build the economy due to the bankruptcy. You know, he asked about the 3 different countries. You're going to want to work with me one-on-one, man. You have to work with me one-on-one. I can't give you tax advice and all that shit over we're in the class, we're on the public airways. MalikKilam.com, become a private member. Because this is what me and my board members do. You know what I'm saying? This is what me and my board members do. We build businesses. And we make it look like you're ready to go. You're good to go. Go out here. Get anything you want. You're going to get anything you want. Listen, you just do these little simple steps, these little things that I'm showing you right now, and study these things. You're going to be able to get whatever you want out here. Just go in there and tell them, man, just come up with a business plan. Another secret tip that I'm going to give you guys before I call it a night, man. You can get, especially a lot of people out there already has relationships with the banks, okay? You already have relationships with your bank. Some people don't, and that's okay. But the people that do, now listen, there is ways to go get bank accounts such as social, W-8 BIN numbers, all of that, okay? That's another time for another class. But if they already know who you are, you have a relationship with your bank. Most bank managers can give you up to $50,000 without checking your credit and asking for any tax documents. $50,000 for your business ideas. Every bank in America, every bank can give you, some can give you more. But the medium, the standard is $50,000. They can give you up to $50,000. Now check this out. So you get that $50,000 from your bank, right? Start your business. Most banks, if you took that $50,000 and started another business bank account, most banks will even match that in a line of credit, a business line of credit for your business. So that's $100,000 right there that you can get pretty much just by going in and talking to somebody, talking to a couple people about your business and having a business plan or business idea. Most of the time they just want to see something called an executive summary. An executive summary, all right? An executive summary is part of your business plan. With that, man, anybody have any questions in my class? Put it in the chat. You have any questions? I know I covered a lot of information. But look, I covered a little bit about the business trust. And then what I want you all to know is everything is contracts. I need you to know everything is contracts. That's why I gave you the contract law for dummies. Set up the business. If it's you make sure it's a legit business. It's a legit business, and then you start creating contracts for them. I put the UCC file in the chat, y'all. If you can't get it out the chat, then you're gonna want to send me a $20 donation at MalikKilam.com. Teresa answers, always a good class with priceless information. I've been on go, so I'm sorry I'm rushing these classes for y'all. I've been on go. Because I've been doing a lot of stuff, man. So look, we're setting up, we're going to do these courses. Yes, there's still tickets available in Las Vegas. Yes. There's still tickets. There's like 2 or 3 tickets left in Las Vegas. Yes. Yes. Day 1 is in Sophia Stewart's. I'm meeting her tomorrow. Having to sit down so I can get the area. People want to know where they can stay at in the hotels. I'm going to let you guys know this weekend. The event is March 27th. It's March 27th. And doors are going to open at 3:30 p.m. March 27th in Las Vegas. I will have the event location for everybody that signed up and has been asking. It has been confirmed. We are going to have celebrity guests. Yes, both days, 3:30 p.m. Yes, 3:30 p.m. Now, the second day might last a little longer. Okay? We will have celebrity guests in the building. We will have celebrity guests in the building. I got people flying in from Detroit. I got people coming from Phoenix. I got people coming from Cali. I got people coming from Florida. I got people coming from Missouri. I got people coming from all over the motherfucking country. You hear me? I guarantee, listen, it looks like we might have more than $50 million in the building. Because I got millionaires coming in. I got multi-millionaires, people I don't even know, but they sitting on racks on racks on racks. Stacks on stacks on stacks. They're already building their businesses, okay? And they're looking for ambitious people and ambitious businesses. Put these minds together and make something happen. Listen, I'm going to talk to everybody real quick. Now, everybody, if you're new to Don Kilam ain't got no filters, okay? I'm working on it. Now, look, because I invited some of you motherfuckers for free. I was going to listen. Some people, I told you y'all can come for free. Y'all missed out. Fuck you. Real shit. That's on you. Boo-hoo. That's on you. Because listen, I had a couple people I was going to fly out for free. They're like, hey, I'm coming out there, but not that day. Hey, that's on you. Power to you. More power to you. Look, I got approved for funding for my record label. I got a lot of different things going on right now, so I need y'all to understand, man, I got some of these power pieces in the building. Just to come meet the goddess, Sophia Stewart. That's our guest speaker. It's really not about Don Kilam the first day. It's really not about the $1 million with the game. We're going to show respect on what's real and what's true with Sophia Stewart, the creator of The Matrix and the Terminator. Las Vegas, March 27th. Now, March 28th, we're going to get down to the private business and the public business. Whatever it is you want to talk about, you paid your ticket. That's what we're going to do. We're going to eat. We're going to smoke if you smoke. We're going to chill. That's what it is. If you have a business already, I have a class coming up in April. I got 1099 OID class this month. I got business trust class this month. But April, I got a class. It's going to show you how to get these luxury cars for your business. Now, I'm going to have a guest speaker in the building, which he has a course coming out on the way to show you how to build these businesses. He is building these businesses. He started in Phoenix. Next, we're in some multiple locations in Arizona. Then we're in Vegas. Then we're in Houston. Then we're setting up in Chicago. Then we're setting up in St. Louis. Then we're setting up in Tampa. Like, we have all of these approved on the list. We got all these different locations on the list, man. He is the king of getting cars for your business. Zero money, $0, $0 down. I'm trying to tell you, you got to understand. When you understand contract law, when you understand what's going on, man, you're going to understand how to do it and how to implement these processes. And then you take these cars or whatever it is, and then you learn how to make money off them. You learn how to turn them into an asset. You learn how to make it feed you and your family, all right? We're not talking about offsetting these cars, none of that. Make it pay. Learn how to build this business credit, because once you do this, then you get, next step is even better cars. You know, if you don't offset them, guess what happens? Listen, you get them all under warranty. So the company is paying for it. Wherever you're getting them from, they're paying for the maintenance, the oil changes, all of that, while you're making money off these cars. Let me say, I need to be a part of the Chi-Town team. Listen, the main players are going to be in the building in Las Vegas. We got the Chi-Town, the people we'll be setting up with this business with in Chicago. They're going to be in the building in Las Vegas. They're going to be with us in Phoenix as well. But they're going to be with us in Las Vegas March 27th. I got a dream team. I got the all-star team in the building. I'm trying to tell you, I built this from nothing. I built this from scratch. I'm trying to tell you, and I got multi-millions under one roof. You should be proud of me if you know where I came from. You understand? I'm proud of myself nonetheless, man. And I'm proud of you too, because you're following me, understand what it is. And I need you to be proud of yourself too. When you look in the mirror, I need you to be proud. I need you to be proud because you believe in something. It starts with believing in yourself and believing in your dreams. Sometimes you can't take your dreams around people that are just gonna drain you and suck you dry. Those vampires. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Listen, take your dreams to yourself. Take it to your higher power, and just speak it into existence. All right? Because dreams come true. Dreams come true. Everything starts with a thought. Everything starts with an idea, even your business. Figure out what your life purpose is. And don't work too hard on your business. Because I tell you, I know some hard workers out there. And most of you guys are hard workers. But I need you to work harder on yourself than another motherfucker. You hear me? And I hope this makes sense. I need you to work harder on yourself than for another motherfucker. Work harder on yourself. And when you decide to work harder on yourself, then the compensation is going to come through because you worked hard. You understand? You worked hard on yourself. You worked hard on your character development. You worked hard to be a person of value. You're already a person of value. You're just not being valuable to the right people because those people around you just ain't believing in your dreams. Charity starts at home. Be good to yourself, man. With that, I'm out, man. If y'all hit that part, you're unincorporated. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody, man. Sophia Stewart, man, I'm meeting with her tomorrow. Probably meeting with her tomorrow. And then everybody that signed up for the class, I will give y'all the location and the hotels that you want to stay. You can sign up for the virtual classes too, March 27th and 28th. Just go to MalikKilam.com. Peace and love, man. Remember, prosperity is your birthright. Y'all got this shit. Listen, study the UCC Tradelines stuff, man. Study that, man. Build your business. Study that stuff, man. Business to business. If you can create two businesses, you can create business credit between those businesses. And then go from there. Do it with your personal credit as well. Both those businesses with your personal credit. Now you got two trade lines reporting on your credit. With that, I'm out. And then you can sell them. Hey, once you start getting reporting on your credit, trade line, motherfuckers, if you do 10,000, 30,000, people will pay you $1,000 a month for that. I know people paying $1,000 a month. Say you do a $40,000 trade line for somebody. People will pay you $1,000 a month for a $40,000 trade line. All it is paperwork. That's all it is paperwork. That I'm out. Much peace and love.